Your patience is appreciated.
My name is Ron. This is my 70L Camino. I had 2-barrel carb with a 350 and a 3-speed transmission. All of it was pretty tired. In the very beginning, we just tore the motor apart, yanked it out, cleaned it up, put a new intake, new carburetor, 4-barrel carb, of course. Just did a couple mild things, a mild cam, just a shift kit in the transmission, just to get things rolling. When I first had it with a 350, it had points ignition with vacuum advance distributor, and that just didn't make it for the street. So that was one of my first purchases, was an aftermarket ignition system where I could advance the curve of the spark as best as I could for good low end and good top end. And I always tuned it for the street. It's very difficult to keep a car on the road as your daily driver and a tuner. Eventually I purchased a couple of turbo 6-cylinder GM cars. This is a PT51, bolted up to a turbo 3.8 out of an 87 Grand National. Eventually I got an 87 T-Type, put a roller cam in it, ported heads, built bottom ends, serious throttle body, big injectors. We built the transmission to handle some serious horsepower. A friend of mine actually wanted the body from the car, sold him the body, and since then we put the motor and transmission in the El Camino. We're running about 15-16 pounds of boost, so we're set up for the street, running on 93 octane. You get a little bit of a whistle there, and some turbo chatter coming out of the air cleaner. Now there's no blow-off valve, so you're not going to get the regular blow-off sound, but you do get some turbo chatter. Theoretically, you're not supposed to get out of the throttle too fast, so you don't do that, but what are you going to do about it? We're going to try another full throttle blast. With the 20s, we're probably not going to get much wheel spin, but we can do that later. The wheels are 20 by 8.5 Foose nitrous. My plan is to go 20 by 10s in the back at some point, but I also need to put some real brakes on there. It's basically a street car. I go back to drag racing. I like to go to the track, but first and foremost, it's a street car. When we head to the track, we usually put C16 on it and turn the boost up to 23, 24 pounds. And that's when I cross my fingers not to blow a head gasket. I've gotten real good at that. We haven't had it on the dyno. I should take it to a dyno at some point. It's the best run so far. Actually blew a head gasket my best run, and it was a 12.0 at 110, 112 miles an hour. So hopefully I could get a little bit better out of that, somewhere into the 11s. So I should be somewhere about 500 horsepower, 500 foot-pounds of torque. The car's about 3,700 pounds with me and gas in it. So this is what a turbo 3.8 sounds like in a 1970 El Camino.
Shift point. Your patience is appreciated.